Hello and welcome back for my video about the project called SocketChat, and I will in this video show how I want to clean up, and I have found a small box here and there. So my point in this video is just to clean up the code, make the UI a little more smooth so it's not do this, and how we can show 50 message before we can scroll up and down. And then I want to how the change room here is working pretty well. So you can see we have only 5 messages, and then I want to show how we can sorting the message, so the newest message always will be on the top of the system, so you're always reading from the top and the bottom. So let's begin and going for the server application. The first we want to go for is the user. In the user we never put in the type system, so when we have to connect here and the user rank is guest and everything is fine here, and down the user should be a system, then we need a type here to call system2 system, else it will be default as a normal one. So we're going down here to disconnect, we have one more, and below the user room add the system again, and we are scrolling a little bit more down, and here the system say we leave the room, so it should be the system message, and here the system say we going into the room, so that's what we need inside inside the users. And then we're going for the message when we want to change the room, and we get the limits should be 50 here, so we need to change the limit from get limit here, and we need the sort. In the sort we need the create add. I think that's the right one. Just create add, copy the name and put inside here and say -1, and then we need to go in here and make a chat message, nothing correct yet. We're probably already giving a error here. Yes, it's when we change the username and something like that. And that's correct, because now we're going for the app down here. In the app we want to remove the limit from the message here. You can see the message get here, so let's copy this, remove the limit because we want 50, and we have it here one more time, and we have a limit here and a limit, and the limit is gone. And now you can see we have a lot of scroll down here. That's the UI, so that's will we take care of it later. But first we need, for going for the user data, it's emit function, so let's say user data, we have it here. We need to send back the user data so we can use this to informate the client about it. So inside here we don't want this anymore. We copy the request ID, but we need a DOMs, and then we need the users. Users get single user data, the connection, and the user ID should be this one, and the connection is still the Mongo database. Then we need to go for the client send here, send message, and we need a little bit down here. We need a user data, it's equal to users get single data here. Connection is the Mongo database, and the user ID is equal to the request ID, and then the room should be the user data room, and the user ID is correct, should be the user ID here. And then we need to go down for the client join room. We will move this in the top, and then we want the user data one more time, and the connections is equal to Mongo database, and the user ID is equal to the request ID. And then we want the user underscore name, and the leave room should be the room user are in, and we don't want this anymore, and we can cut it up here. And then we have a little bit here. The join should be the leave room. So let's restart it again, and we have an error. Okay, I'm too fast here. User ID is equal to. Let's see what's happening here. And everything is fine. So we can click here, but you can see everything down here. Let's go in for the UI interface to see what's happening. The first we want to do is the app here. And on the app, we want on the message here, we want to add a div tag around it, so we can control how high it should be. And we will add a class. The class should be called the chat content message, and we will copy this and go down for the style sheets, and we will add it here. And the height should be a calculate of the 100%, and then minus 55 pixels, and overflow should be auto. And now you can see you can scroll down here, and we still have the annoying here, you can scroll up and down, it's very annoying. So let's remove this. It's about this height here, and if you remove this you can't do it anymore, but you can still scroll, so that's perfect. Let's going back for the client, and we have the username somewhere. We have in the chat message here, it should be name, and then we have a name still, because we don't have changed the data output from the user data socket. And if you do this, we want enter. You can enter, you need to send message before. Let's going up here again, and on the input here we will make a v on, a key up, and should be enter, and then we add here. I'll remove v on, just this one, and then we copy send message. So if I do something here and press enter, try again. Okay, it's not happening. Let's see what's happening if we do this. And okay, you need the v on. Okay, I don't expect that, so make a v on and key up enter. That will make what we want. And then we go down for the user data. It's here. Because we're sending JSON like the other one, we need JSON path here. And what we want in the console log should be user data. And then you can see your guest number 1. And then we need to go for the header, because we need our username up here. So let's go in for the header. And you just need to type underscore here. So we have our username, what we are logged in with. So that's perfect. And then we need the chat message inside here. Now we want to make a little bit different. So we'll make a div tag and say if, well, type is equal to system, and then we want to type the system message. We'll copy this, and we want a style, and the style should be a background and a padding on 5. So let's say background, and then padding 5 pixels. And we have this because we have the color we want to put inside. And then we want a template, because we don't want to change the view we have here. And then make a tab inside and say else if the type is equal to normal. That's meaning a normal user. And then we have one here, wrong type for this message. And that's going on, you can see it here, and let's make a test. We don't have any test messages right now, so probably something is going wrong when we push it. Yeah, I can see it here. The user 4, and we do something wrong. Okay, we have a wrong user ID here. It's on line 61. That's going up, and we want to return the user ID. Here we go. Just to be sure, we want to remove everything down here. And we have nothing, and we want to reload. The guest 1 is online, so let's going back to the user and the user ID and the username. That's perfect. And what we want is, if we send a message test, what's going wrong here? Let's see why it's not sending the right one. It's because we don't have the right connection here. So let's test again. Hello world, and then we go. If we go in here to go for new room and say this is members, and then we're going back, you can see my hello world, and then this is the member chat room, and we have the message right here, and everything here it's running okay. What I want to do in some of the next video is just to say auto disconnect, and I want to make a login page. If you idle, you will be disconnected automatically, and I will work with Vue as the route, so we can have an offline page and a login page. So we can say if you're not logged in, then you cannot have access for this chat room. So thank you so much for watching this cleanup code, and I hope you enjoy and you will follow my project more. And of course, I hope you want to subscribe my channel to press the ding in the right corner below. And if you have any questions, please make them in the comment field below. I hope you want to follow me on GitHub and follow my project. If you have any feedbacks for this, you can create an issue on GitHub, and I'll take all the ideas to me, and I will develop the project. Thank you so much, and hope to see you next time.